What's going on, everybody? My name is Seth and you're watching 252 Squad, and in today's video we're going to be back with the 2-valve Mustang, the one that sat for forever. We're going to be fixing it up. We're going to be putting on a new BBK off-road H-pipe that I had to get a little bit of it modified, as well as finishing up the entire exhaust system. And then moving on to that, we got new wheels for the car, and then finally finishing it all up, we're going to go over the brake system that we're going with the car with the new big brakes, and taking them apart and just showing a little bit about them. But other than that, guys, let's get started with the video.
1, 2, 3!
Alrighty, so we're finally putting the H-pipe on the new Edge Mustang, and by we, I mean Sean, because I'm blackmailing him into working on my car for me, because I'm actually working today, and we got it back from the shop. Let me show you what they did. Alright, so I don't know if I showed it in another video, but this is the H-pipe itself. What happened was this flange here on the H-pipe was actually messed up, and it was actually missing this piece here. So I took it to a shop, got it all welded up, actually used the original H-pipe, and welded it on like that. So we're hoping this is gonna fit. Like I said, blackmailed Sean into do it, so Sean's taking it off. He's actually also working on the upper control arm and lower control arm video for me right now at the exact same time too. So that's why he's taking all the exhaust down right this second. Now that Sean's been working on my car for like 4 hours, it's nice and hot and sweaty, we're now gonna finally put the H-pipe on. So yeah, time for loud noises that sound good this time.
Very loud.
Very loud. Alrighty, so the H-pipe is in, although it is very crooked and doesn't really line up well. I think I'm just gonna have to take it to another exhaust shop, get everything cut and re-welded to just match, because this is aftermarket here, so no real thing about this. I think part of it is this. So I'm just gonna have to take it somewhere with everything attached and get it hooked up. I had to do some extenders here on this part here to get them to line up, ran it around the top of the transmission there and back around, hooked it into the original spot, and I don't have extenders for these and they don't match or line up all the way, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. But other than that, everything's bolted up as far as the H-pipe goes. I'm gonna go ahead and get it down and get a little sound clip, even though it doesn't look very lined up back there. Alright, so in one of the last clips you did see that the new Edge exhaust was hanging pretty low, so I actually took it and got it re-welded up. So essentially what happened was, coming along somewhere down here, right about here, they actually cut it and changed everything, as well as up at the topper part, they moved it a little bit, and actually got it to sit more flush under here, and then changed the fitting style back here and redid all the inlet pipe here. This was all partially what was messed up, causing it to hang so low. So all that looks good. You probably saw the video of us picking the thing up and driving footage, but you probably did hear a little bit of a leak up here, and that's because that gasket's cooked. So if I come over here and grab, I got a brand new gasket, so I'm gonna go ahead and take the H-pipe right back down and go ahead and slap this gasket in there. Nice. All right, now that we've got the H-pipe on, the next really big part for the car is the new wheels, so let me show you those. So here they are. These are SVE FR500 reps. I mean, pretty typical. Every Mustang guy pretty much ever runs these. So in the front we have 18x9s, and in the rear we have 18x10s. You've probably seen these already on the car a little bit. These are not the tires we're running with. We're gonna end up swapping out to probably a 295/40/18 NT555 G2 and a 275/40/18 NT555 G2 for the fronts. Just a little bit meatier setup. And the reason we went with 18s is because of that right there. This, you should keep watching this series because, as you can see that right there. But let me go ahead and put these on and show you what they look like. Now, I won't lie, they are absolutely filthy because these Brembo stuff so much brake dust, but they look significantly better than the factory wheels did, just on the front and the rear. I mean, just looks great. Don't worry about this, yet to come. But this right here, man, good looking setup. I really like FR500s. I know they're typical, but they're typical for a reason, and I think it's gonna look great. Once it's on the ground, I'll show you a little bit more, and then probably some rolling footage of it with the H-pipe. And then at the end of all of this, I'm going to be going over the front brakes, talking about them, and then assembling or deassembling them, and then painting them. All right, so moving on to the brake section of the video for the new Edge, we got something that nobody's ever done, something completely crazy and different. We got HelloFresh vegetables. Just kidding. We actually have Cadillac brakes. These are off an XTS. So we're getting what's called an S&S fabrication or engineering brake kit. A lot of guys do it. This is a GM part, and you can actually adapt this. But that's going to be in a later video. For right now, we're going to go ahead and take this caliper apart, redo it, because you can see it's a little rusty on the inside, and then the seals are starting to pop up. So we got a full rebuild kit, so we're going to go ahead and take this thing apart and get to rebuilding this caliper. So in the process of recording this video, I actually swapped from an iPhone 13 to an iPhone 16, so I did lose quite a bit of footage on the brakes. So they're actually together and painted, so just let me go ahead and show you. So behind the FR500s here, you can see the fronts nice and mounted. You'll see that in the next video of mounting them, but this is what the fronts look like, and I actually even did the rears. So coming along back here, if you look back here, I did paint match the rears, brand new R1 Concepts pads, and resurface the old rotors. So pretty much that's what the brakes are gonna look like. You're not gonna see any of this, but in the next video, you will see all of this good stuff installing those. But that's pretty much it for the brakes as far as this car goes. Now with this video, I do know I did bounce around a lot because it was filmed over the course of about 3 months. So I'm just gonna go over everything, wrap it all together here for you. As far as the H-pipe goes, everything's great there. New flange, everything as far as the exhaust goes, you can see by the last clips we did, it sounds really, really good. I really like the way the car is sounding. It is sounding phenomenal and makes great noises, even though it's not that fast. And then moving on to the next part, the wheels, we got the FR500s. As of currently, we're getting the new tires put on right now. Some 295s and some 275s, front and rear, different sizes, just to upgrade the fitment of the car a little bit. And then finally wrapping it up, we did get the brakes installed on the car. You'll see that in the next video. Did lose a lot of footage there, so you did see kind of a skip, but we did get the calipers paint matched to the car as best as we could, considering we probably will actually be somewhat changing the color of the car just ever so slightly with a wrap once we do the body work on the car. So that's pretty much it for today's video. I thank you so much for watching and sticking around on the 2-valve build. There is a lot going on. There's a lot going on with this car that you see behind me finally again in the channel. There's gonna be a lot of content rolling out on that in the near future. But I thank you so much for watching. I hope y'all have a great rest of y'all's day. Peace out, and I'll see you next time.